Right now at 10, UWL students gather to call for a ceasefire in Gaza. Pro-Israel students respond with a demonstration of their own.
And Cashton first responders worked with students to demonstrate the consequences of impaired driving.
Plus, not your typical farm. We get down in the dirt for the age-old process of vermicomposting.
We're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozorowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. A hearing is set to decide if Joe Gow will stay a UWL employee.
UWL administration has scheduled a hearing for 12:30 p.m. June 19th at the Omni Center, and it will be open to the public. Gow was stripped of his chancellor role in December after the university discovered he was producing online pornography with his wife. In June, a UWL Senate board will decide whether Gow should be fired as a professor altogether. UWL interim chancellor Betsy Morgan recently motioned to fire Gow on the grounds of alleged unethical and possibly illegal conduct. Our Allison Fergott sat down with Gow and his wife last week. Part 1 of their exclusive conversation airs May 15th.
Over 100 UW La Crosse students gathered on campus today to host a peaceful rally in support of Palestine. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall was at that rally. Jeremy, how peaceful was it?
Well, Emily, UWL police say there have been no arrests from this rally so far. Most of the students protesting today were showing their support for Palestine and calling for an immediate ceasefire and the release of hostages in Gaza. UWL students are making their voices heard. Today, multiple students participated in a rally for Palestine.
We've been wanting to do something for a while. We just really weren't sure how to go about it.
The rally comes just days after protests broke out at UW-Madison. 34 people were arrested during the demonstration. Here at UWL, we've seen no arrest from this protest. Anderson says seeing the chaos at other universities has helped keep this one peaceful.
I have friends at Swarthmore, I have friends at UCLA, I have friends in Madison who have been at all of those violent protests before. And I think just seeing all of that, we're really trying to avoid that.
Students aren't just hoping for a ceasefire in Gaza or the release of hostages. They also want the university to disclose where Alumni Foundation investments are going.
We want to see the UW system to pull funding from those places that are going towards that supporting Israel and funding that. So we want to try and encourage the UW system to decrease their funding from that.
But not everyone was showing their support for Palestine. Freshman Ryan Kitson is one of only a handful who came to support Israel. He says he felt safe because he knows the organizers of the demonstration. He also says his representation is critical.
I figure if they're going to make their voice heard, I'm going to at least be the one to stand up and offer a contrary view. Because, well, they definitely have quite a bit of support over there. They don't speak for all UW students, also our students at UW La Crosse. So I think someone should stand up and represent the contrary opinion.
And guys, Anderson says this rally sets an example of smaller schools expressing their voices in the protests. Kat and Emily.
All right, thank you, Jeremy.
Well, it was a wonderful start to your weekend outdoors. Hopefully, well, it would be nice if it stayed this way throughout the next couple of days, but the flip-flopping continues, Greg.
Yeah, we won't have as nice of a day tomorrow. We will have rain in the morning, unfortunately some not as much rain in the afternoon, but for today we got all the way up to almost 10 degrees above average, actually 75 in La Crosse, so kind of overachieved on the temperatures with the sun out there. So all in all, we're not going to see that's going to be more on the flip side tomorrow with regarding the temperatures below average. But for right now, it's actually a nice evening, just a few high clouds coming overhead, but overall current temperatures are fairly warm still. There's your system. It's really on the back side of that system in the front that's beginning to develop. That eventually will get to our area, but it's going to take some time to get here. Probably not well until after the morning, at least maybe 7 or 8 a.m. As you see, cloud cover just increases overnight as temperatures fall back into the 40s for the most spot or around 50. And there's that precipitation that's approaching, but it won't really get here probably till around 7 or 8. And that's where we're going to see the light rain, light showers, just light rain, nothing like that what we had a couple mornings ago where it was a steady light to moderate. That'll go on also for Eau Claire from 8 till about noon with more spotty showers as we go in the afternoon. Now, unfortunately, it is wet on May 4th, but the positive side is Cinco de Mayo still looks good, and I'll break all that down, including what goes on next week, too. All that a bit later.
All right, we'll take one out of two. Thanks, Greg. An Eau Claire County initiative hopes to help community members who are at risk of wandering off.
News 8 Now's Michael Germain spoke with one police officer on their steps they're taking to ensure their safety.
A few years ago, I did a talk with a support group for families with kids with disabilities.
This is where Deputy Solom was first introduced to the program known as Project Lifesaver.
And realized this could be a great program for individuals in our county that are at need.
The department was not able to receive a grant for the project, so it ended up being completely funded by community donations.
We were able to come up with the money and then some for the program.
The program is specifically for individuals that have a cognitive disability that is diagnosed by a doctor, such as autism, dementia, and even Down syndrome. The individual wears a quarter-sized device around their wrist or their ankle. The device sends off a signal that the police department is able to track.
So if they were to go missing, each transmitter is specific to that client that we're able to use our equipment to track them based off of the radio frequency. And as you get closer, it gets louder.
The device can be detected all throughout the city and county of Eau Claire, allowing other agencies to step in if needed. But if someone wanders out of city lines, the department has other ways to extend their services.
We can also use this in a plane, so that gives us up to about 7 miles.
But they don't intend to stop there. Deputy Solom adds that she would love to see the program continue to grow throughout the city of Eau Claire.
Participants are asked to pay a one-time transmitter cost of $300 and then a monthly fee of $10 to cover the cost of replacing the transmitter band and battery monthly.
A mock car crash is teaching high school students about the importance of safe driving. Cashton first responders and fire department demonstrated the mock crash this morning at the Cashton Elementary School parking lot. High schoolers from Cashton observed the crash and even played actors in the demonstration. Its purpose was to educate the next generation of drivers on how to avoid a vehicular tragedy.
In the last few years that we've had graduations and proms, you know, we're always on our pager ready to go out if they need us. It's been nice and quiet, and we love that.
Monroe County Cashton Police, Tri-State Ambulance, and Torkelson Funeral Home also participated in the demo.
Developing tonight, a Democratic congressman is charged with taking about $600,000 in bribes from a foreign government and a Mexican bank. Texas Representative Henry Cuellar and his wife surrendered to federal authorities today on charges of conspiracy, bribery, and money laundering. 2 years ago, the FBI raided Cuellar's Laredo home and campaign office. Today's indictment alleges he set up front companies to accept bribes that he used to pay for cars, custom clothing, and taxes. Cuellar maintains they are innocent and that he will win re-election this fall, but a former federal prosecutor says the timing here indicates otherwise.
Notable that these charges are brought against a sitting congressman who is running for re-election. The DOJ does not take that step unless they have an overwhelming case.
The charges resemble another Capitol Hill scandal. In March, Democratic Senator from New Jersey Bob Menendez was charged with a dozen new counts connected to a years-long bribery scheme involving the Egyptian and Qatari governments.
An Aquinas High School club is celebrating a 30-year anniversary. Impact is Aquinas' Christ-centered, student-led service organization. A group of students created the organization in 1994 to make a difference in their community. Today, one of the club's original founders came and spoke to current members about Impact's history.
Impact was an idea that started with an inspirational teacher and 5 students 30 years ago, and it continues to do amazing things to this day, and it's just really exciting to see and to hear about all of the great work that these students are doing.
Julie also announced 2 new scholarships for club members. The students ended their celebration by delivering non-perishable food to the Hunger Task Force.
The Lacrosse Marathon steps off bright and early tomorrow morning. This year features a new course along the La Crosse River State Trail. The course is a certified Boston qualifier event made up of about 20 miles of crushed gravel bike trail and 6 miles of paved bike trail. The marathon ends in Riverside Park, which means you could see runners downtown throughout the morning. Runners must be off the course, though, by 1 o'clock.
The La Crescent Apple Fest hosted their annual button reveal today. The top 3 button design candidates, along with family and friends, were invited to Weiser Park Pavilion this evening. The Apple Fest board and royalty announced this year's winner of the 2024 Apple Fest button. Each year, students in the La Crescent School District are asked to draw and submit their button designs. The current Miss La Crescent says the experience creates a special bond with the community at a young age.
I remember doing it when I was a kid, and it was really cool for me to feel like I was part of the community in that way, so I think it's really important for the youth.
The buttons were on sale tonight for $5, and mark your calendars, everyone. This year's Apple Fest will be September 20th through the 22nd.
Some farmers have dairy cows, others have annelids.
Our latest eyepiece will introduce you to one farmer rolling up her sleeves as she works with worms.
It's Kubota Orange Days. Shop the year's biggest selection of Kubota equipment and get 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off select compact tractors.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
I remember coming home from school and pounding on the door, but my mother wouldn't answer. She'd be passed out inside. You know, my mother had a drug abuse problem. She struggled with addiction to prescription pills her whole life. But today with fentanyl, one pill, just one pill can kill. So I've worked with Republicans to stop the flow of fentanyl that's poisoning families across Wisconsin. I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message. This fight hits close to home.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. What says spring like free flowers? All month long, save up to 20% off store-wide. Plus, as a thank you, get $50 worth of free flowers from Sparta Floral when you spend $499 or more. Buy a sofa, get free flowers. Buy a fridge, get free flowers. Buy some flooring, get free flowers. While you're picking up your free flowers, buy some more flowers. Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup is always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
It's Kubota Orange Days. Shop the year's biggest selection of Kubota equipment and get 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off select compact tractors.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
The art of vermicomposting is an age-old skill that many people have not heard of before.
I sure haven't, but one local farm owner is hoping to spread her knowledge of the art with the region.
News 8 Now photographer John Hayes takes us to Cedar Valley Family Farm for our latest eyepiece.
You know, legitimately, it's a worm farm. The one thing I really had trouble with was that I could not do anything in the garden. I felt like I was always failing. That's when I started researching vermicomposting. So vermicomposting is the process that worms go through to take waste and compost it into a material that would be considered an organic fertilizer. I don't like the word fertilizer, but it's an organic soil amendment that you're now going to go put back into the ground. I don't mind doing it at all. I feel like it's therapeutic, which I know. Okay, but like when I'm working through these worms or if I'm harvesting worms, there's something about it that is just very calming for me. It's simple, it's easy. You would be amazed at what you get watching the whole process of them eat through the worms. It's so satisfying, and I think if you do choose to start in vermicomposting, I don't think you'll ever go back from doing it because it just makes so much sense.
So if you'd like to see the fruits of Suzuki's labor, she has worms and worm castings for sale on her website, cedarvalleyfamilyfarm.com.
She'll also be selling her products in the 100-mile garage sale this weekend.
All right.
That's a long garage sale.
It sure
100 miles. Where is that at?
Oh, I think it's around the area.
Oh, okay. Never heard of it.
Well, it's with you for every workout, but it could hurt you if you ignore it.
Health officials reminder for those of us bringing reusable water bottles to the gym or work.
And yeah, we have a wet May 4th, but the good news is once May 4th's over, Sunday looks actually fantastic for Cinco de Mayo. We'll break down when to expect the rain, how much rain we'll see, what it looks like for next week, and if we got any severe strong storms coming this week, next week too. All that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Last year, our daughter blessed our family with this cute little nugget. We're supposed to leave our next generation better off. But because Washington politicians have spent our money recklessly, he starts out owing hundreds of $1,000s of debt. It's wrong. The spending needs to stop. Unlike career politicians who drive us deeper into debt, I'll fight for him and for your children to have a better future. I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
In 1925, a new furniture store opened its doors in Fountain, Minnesota. Now, 99 years later, we're Drury's. Same location, same family, the same philosophy. Sell quality furniture, keep the prices affordable, and give our customers the best service possible. 4 generations later, Drury's is bigger and better than ever. So we're celebrating with our 99th anniversary sale, our biggest sale ever. Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, celebrating 99 years of furnishing the area with quality furniture.
Sealands Carpetland, your family comes first. We're more than just a flooring store. We're your partners in creating a home that lasts a lifetime. Discover a world of comfort and durability with our huge selection. Whether it's cozy carpeting for your living room, timeless hardwood for a classic touch, or versatile tiles that stand up to the hustle and bustle of family life. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
Wow, Forest Berry Fudge is amazing. This is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy. Find us in Coon Valley, Wisconsin, or order online today.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
As temperatures climb, so does the need to stay hydrated.
But health officials warn before you go on your bike trips and marathons, give that reusable water bottle some love. Officials with Cleveland Clinic say the inside of those bottles, whether plastic, glass, or stainless steel, are environments where bacteria loves to grow.
So without getting in there with a bristle brush, soap, and water after each use, the bottle could get you sick with stomach issues or allergy symptoms. So if scrubbing's not your style, you can always toss her in the dishwasher.
That's what I do.
That's something I struggle with.
Yeah, I know.
It's always just sitting there at work. But
same with my coffee cup on my desk.
Yeah.
I don't think I've given it a wash in a good time. Anyways, we won't get into that.
It's time for us to follow
exactly.
the health officials there. Well, this weekend's going to be a little bit more of that flip-flopping. Tomorrow, not so good. Cinco de Mayo looking pretty darn good. Let's send it over to Greg.
Well, that's the positive news of this weekend. Is Sunday actually looks really nice conditions, sunny skies, but unfortunately we got to get through Saturday, so that's what we're looking at right now. Overall conditions here. Just hold on 1 second, you guys.
Oh, Greg!
Yeah, well, this was the wrong one, and we're going to skip over all the good part about tomorrow if I don't change this. So we'll go to a full screen here, and you can look at the 8th day while we fix this problem quickly here so we can get on to stuff here. There we go. All right, now we got it. There we go. So if you look at the 8th day, we kind of explained what's going on for Saturday and all the conditions up there, and we've kind of already broke apart what's going on for Cinco de Mayo. But let's get into the rain that's going to be going on for tomorrow, because that's what we're kind of interested in. That'll start off. Sunday still looks mild like we've already stated, and Monday also looks good too. So that's the positive news. The system out here we're watching is one that I showed on radar. It's still out to the west, but it is coming. It's not as strong as what it is, the activity going on to the west. But overall tonight, it's just cloud cover. You'll notice the precipitation shield begins to approach by 6 a.m. It's going to take some time to get here, especially it's going to break down as it does. So I'm not thinking anything much in the way of maybe rain or showers or even a rumble of thunder too, potentially, as we get closer to 8 or 9. You see it kind of rotate and lift to the north, and that's the trend it'll do. It will fall apart as it comes through, but we're still looking at an area of rain, probably from about 8 to about noon for some areas. Once we get to noon, a lot of the areas on the backside of this will begin to see some breaks in the action. Shower activity in the afternoon, it's looking less and less likely, and I think more of it will be east. So once we get past about 1 all the areas should actually kind of dry out. And notice there, less cloud cover. We'll probably start seeing some of the sun come out towards the evening or just before sunset. Temperatures, unfortunately, mainly upper 50s, around 60, a little bit warmer as you go further south. But overall, the good news for Saturday evening, it should be clearing skies, cooler conditions, but we shouldn't have to see any more precipitation. Rain amounts, just about a quarter, maybe a half as some of this stays together, but I think a lot of areas will say less than a quarter, especially as you go further east, and this is only out until about 4 p.m., which that's when most of our rainfall does occur. But as we go to Sunday, high pressure really overhead, maybe a little bit of morning fog or low clouds will stick around, but otherwise Sunday should be fantastic. And the good news is that system we're watching for Monday night into Tuesday, it's going to take some time to get here, so we're not expecting any precipitation through Monday and likely Monday night. Severe weather, they are looking for probably another outbreak down there for Monday afternoon. Our severe threat for this system, potentially for Tuesday night, but for right now is what we've seen most of this spring so far. It stayed just to our south, and I think that's what we're going to see. But we will see some showers and thunderstorms. For tonight, really, we're just looking at increasing clouds towards the morning. Should remain dry, upper 40s to low 50s. And tomorrow, the rain is mostly in the morning before noon, probably about 9 to noon. A few showers in the afternoon. Temperatures mainly in the 50s with a few spots getting into the low 60s. Once we get past the nice Sunday, we actually got 2 days in a row that are actually dry, and that includes Monday. And then we get more into showers and thunderstorms and a little bit unsettled weather through next week, and a cooling trend too back to the 60s. So we do have some positive news, but the weekend is going to start off on a wet note.
All right. Well, 1 out of 2, right?
Not
like
too
we
bad.
said.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Twins looking to make it 11 in a row tonight as they were playing host to the Red Sox. Plus, UWL track at Roger Herring Stadium was the place to be. 14 high schools on hand. Rob's got the action next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
Ashley's 72-hour summer kickoff event is happening May 10th through the 12th. Get your home ready for summer with our biggest selection of hot buys, cool deals. Kick off summer in style May 10th through the 12th, only at Ashley.
For over 40 years, LaCrosse Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CEHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
Let River City Grill be your new lunch destination. Whether it's corporate lunches, parties, or events, we have the space and food for all of your gathering needs, big or small. We offer an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. with unlimited soup, salad, pizza, wings, and so much more. There's something for everybody. Stop by the bar and pair your delicious lunch with one of our many beers available on draft. River City Grill, Winona, Minnesota.
Hey, Dominic here to ask, do you love salt but need to cut back on all that sodium? Mini Mini Salt by Pleasing is the answer, and it's recommended by doctors and dietitians for those on low sodium diets. It tastes like regular salt but with so much less sodium. Use it just like your table salt. Great on corn on the cob, tomatoes, watermelon, and yeah, you could even use it on French fries and everything else you love to salt. Be sure to get your Mini Mini Salt by Pleasing and 40 other blends at the Pleasing Outlet Store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Get out of here.
Ashley's 72-hour summer kickoff event is happening May 10th through the 12th. Get your home ready for summer with our biggest selection of hot buys, cool deals. Kick off summer in style May 10th through the 12th, only at Ashley.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
It was easily one of the nicest days of the year so far here in La Crosse, and if you're a track athlete, you couldn't ask for better weather. And we had 14 high schools here in town competing at UWL. Let's go to Roger Herring Stadium for the South Central Coulee Challenge. Get things started with the girls 4x800 meter relay. This one all West Salem in 10 minutes, 48 seconds. Panthers finishing first on the boys side as well. Let's go to 100 meter hurdles now. Nobody's catching Viroqua's Alana Christensen, the sophomore, in a league of her own. First place finish of 15.73. Christensen also taking first in the 100 meter dash. On the boys side, this was an absolute battle. Westby's Zach Bjorklund and Viroqua's Caden Sullivan neck and neck down the stretch, but Sullivan gets slowed down right there in the last hurdle. Bjorklund wins it by 0.02 of a second, 16.77. They're buddies, though. They'll see each other down the road for sure. This one a thriller as well. Boys, 100-meter dash. David Moline from Aquinas giving it his all, but West Salem's Carter Walter edges him out by a hair, 0.02 of a second, separating those two as well. Walter gets it done in 11.47. Let's keep it going. Next up, the girls' 1,600-meter run. Lots of great competitors, but Westby's Elizabeth Curtis comes in first, just under 5 minutes and 25 seconds. On the boys' side, a couple of blue golds finishing back-to-back. Declan Gregg just ahead of his teammate Jonathan Skemp at just over 4 minutes and 33 seconds. 4x200-meter relay, Aquinas dominating that as well. On the girls' side, Sammy Davis crosses at just under 1 minute, 48 seconds. Boys in control, too. Blue Golds make it a clean sweep in the 4x200. They finish in just over 91 seconds. 400-meter dash now, always a tough race, but GET's Kaylee Haug makes it look easy. The Redhawks senior soars to a first-place finish at just over 1 minute flat. And finally, on the boys' side, 4 guys finishing in under 52 seconds, but Arcadia's Landon Bremer clocks the best time at 51.38. Big game on the diamond today. Caledonia hosting La Crescent. Both teams perfect in conference play, both with just 1 loss on the year. Early in this one, name of the game was defense. Drew Peters hits a ground ball to short, throw to second for 1, over to first in time, 6-4-3 double play, inning over. 4th inning, Warrior offense finally wakes up. Man on for Hunter Getzinger. He lines one deep into left field. Garrett Kahn slides into third. Then after an intentional walk, Caledonia loads the bases with no outs. Drew Yankee steps in. He hits a grounder to third. The throw home, not in time. Warriors jump in front, 1-0. 2 batters later, 2 outs now. Will Allen's going to pop it up to third. Defense trying to get under it. Wind's a bit tricky. The ball lands fair. It gets touched before going into foul territory. Caledonia scores 2 runs on the play, and that was the difference maker. Warriors take game 1, 3-0. They also win game 2. Let's go to Chicago. Brewers opening up a 3-game set against the rival Cubs. This one's scoreless in the 6th, but Christopher Morel puts Chicago on top. Solo shot to center makes it 1-0 Cubbies. Until the 8th, Brewers battling back in a big way. Runner on for Willie Contreras. That's going to fall for a base hit. Jackson Churio races home from second. He's going to slide in safe. Clutch RBI single ties the game at 1. But the Crew just getting started. 2 batters later, Willie Adames goes back up the middle. That gets through for a base hit. Here comes Contreras from second. Brewers go in front 2-1. And how about some insurance? Next batter, Jake Bowers loops one into center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Adames comes around to score on the RBI single. Brewers put up a 3-spot in the inning. They open the series with a W, 3-1, the final score. Twins taking on the Red Sox tonight at home, looking to make it 11 in a row. Edward Julian gets Minnesota on the board in the 3rd. He finds a hole on the left side. That gets through. Willie Castro's in. It's 1-0. All Minnesota from that point on. Ryan Jeffords adds a couple more in the 7th. Twins go up by 5, and nobody's hotter than the team in the Twin Cities. 5 to the final tonight. 11 straight. You saw the sign. That guy was ready to go.
11 in
That's
a row.
confidence right there.
Right?
Because if you bring that and they lose, you're kind of just walking around with a sign.
Yeah,
You know?
that takes a lot of commitment right there.
It does.
And it was a slow start for the Twins, so them kind of figuring out, it's been kind of fun to watch here.
It's fun sports
for
time now
them.
with the Timberwolves and the playoffs over the weekend.
Yeah.
So lots to
Go
look forward to.
Minnesota.
for sure.
Man, and that's not usually something that Minnesota fans can say,
No.
where a
Enjoy
lot
it.
is going right at the same time.
Enjoy it now.
All right, Rob, thanks very much.
Okay, more news after this.
People of another age, yep. Howdy Doody Time, the Ed Sullivan Show, the Mickey Mouse Club. You remember, getting in and out of that tub just isn't quite as easy as it once was. We make life easier for older folks like me. New walk-in shower, a personal shower, a seat if you like. Seriously, be safe. Call the board store. Let us make your bathroom safe and beautiful. Contact the board store today.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. When it's time to plant and grow your dream yard, we get you the right products at the right prices. Right now, Rewards members get a free $5 gift card with a $50 Miracle Grow purchase. 2 cubic foot bags of Miracle Grow potting mix, $11.99. Estate lawn or garden fertilizer, $29.99. And with Mother's Day coming up, 4 packs of flowering annuals and vegetables, $2.29. Plus, visit our outdoor garden centers, now open at select Blaine's Farm and Fleet stores.
At Papa Murphy's, we build your pizza with the freshest ingredients. You take it and bake it fresh in your oven.
So technically, I make the pizza.
Right now, get the limited time Taco Grande pizza. Papa Murphy's, change the way you pizza.
This adorable shelter pet wants to meet you and your family today. The News 8 Now Pet of the Week is brought to you by
Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics.
Cooley Carpet has always been more than just carpet, and now the name will reflect that. Cooley Floors and Design. Along with the brand new name, there's a fresh new look to the showroom. Don't worry, Cooley Floors and Design still has the same great team at the same convenient location. Ready to elevate your space? The design consultants will take the time to discuss your dreams, needs, and your budget. Cooley Floors and Design will accompany you through every step from expert advice to professional installation. Visit Cooley Floors and Design on Mormon Cooley Road for a fresh new look.
Bobby, are you there? I heard all this noise and then I was thinking you dropped the connection. But I'm a little worried. Honey, are you all right? Bobby, I hear sirens. Bobby, what's going on? Please answer me. Oh God, Bobby, no.
TSA employees at Milwaukee's Mitchell Airport are celebrating an especially good boy.
Yeah, 6-year-old Rex is a German short-hair pointer who's put in 5 years as a passenger screening dog.
And he got a special surprise on his last day at work. When he alerted his handler to a decoy passenger, everyone showered him with tennis balls.
His handler says he's looking forward to hitting the beach for the first time and enjoying his favorite squeaky toys.
He absolutely just loved to see it.
Congratulations to him. Job well done, Rex.
Yeah.
All right, Greg will have another look at your forecast when we come back.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
With tax return season upon us, shop and order now. Drive in and shop Wisconsin's best furniture store. Choose from our huge selection of sofas, sectionals, and recliners. Get one for Mama or Papa Bear. Awesome discounts on power reclining furniture with adjustable headrest, zero gravity, or lift. If your bed is getting tired, try out our hybrid, all foam, and double-sided mattresses with adjustable bases and frames available. Choose from our new and close-out dressers, chests, and nightstands to match. Celebrating 30 years of community and business. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Sealands Carpetland, your family comes first. We're more than just a flooring store. We're your partners in creating a home that lasts a lifetime. Discover a world of comfort and durability with our huge selection. Whether it's cozy carpeting for your living room, timeless hardwood for a classic touch, or versatile tiles that stand up to the hustle and bustle of family life. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
Join today's shoppers as they explore Sweet Valley Artisans.
There's so many good things here. How do you pick just one? You don't.
I've been looking for something to hang in my garage. What about this? Or this?
Vintage clothing and accessories? Let's check it out. Have you found anything yet? Yeah?
I'm getting hungry just looking at this. I know what you mean.
Stop in and find your treasure today.
Pischke Motors has been family-owned and operated since 1920 and have you to thank for our continued success. Stop by our dealership in West Salem or La Crosse to find the Ram you're looking for. Get in a Ram 1500 Laramie or Bighorn today. We've got great deals on new Rams right now. When you find the perfect truck, you'll feel it.
Start your search at Pischke.com and then drive away in your new Ram.
All right, tomorrow the rain will kind of ramp up really after about 8 or 9 a.m., but only go to about noon or 1, and then it should remain dry there pretty much for the afternoon. And obviously Sunday looks absolutely fantastic, around seasonable temperatures up to 60s, near 70. Monday looks good, and then we do get more into an active pattern next week and kind of a cooling trend towards the tail end of next week, probably going into Mother's Day weekend too, which is next weekend also.
All right, not too shabby. I mean, we're in Madison for the WBAs. We'll let you know if we won anything on Monday. Fingers crossed, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you. Have a great weekend.
We'll see you Monday.